when you're coaching and involved as long as I'm young lads, you get the kick out of the game. The excitement of the game, you know. I remember working here back in the 90s, living here in Thurles and then coming back in here to train the Tipp minors for a few years. And that craft gave Tipperary a lot of good footballers, and it's great to see another fantastic Tipperary football team today. If we had lost today, we wouldn't have no gripe either, you know. We knew we were under the cosh today because Tipperary's, you know, have had 4 or 5 very good games in the round robin. They've played in the Leinster League. They've really they've really gelled as a team. And we played them at the start of the year. And I knew coming up here that, you know, with the management they have and the structures they have, that we were under pressure. So to get out of it today, I'm delighted. I'm delighted for the young lads because they put their heart and soul into it, you know. I'm delighted for their parents who drive them. We do 5,500 kilometres a week, them players alone, every week. Because when you're going the extra mile in Cork, you're literally going the extra mile. So all them parents who come up, all the young lads that have been involved in us and didn't make the squad, all their parents, all the people like that, all the clubs, I'm delighted for them, you know. I get the kick out of that. I get the kick out of watching. I wanted that game to go on all night, like. You know, it was just a fantastic game of football to see the young lads playing it in a very good standard, a good style, and having to go off it. Some fantastic scores both ways.
And the character of both teams to just keep going right to the final whistle, and they worked their socks off, and credit to everybody involved.
You know, I'm always amused. We're always being told to this generation or the Snowflake Generation. Well, I saw nothing melt out here anyway. There was no puddles of water out here. I thought they were great guys. They tried their heart and soul. And it's a beautiful time in a person's life, that 17, 16 years age group. Like when there's no sarcasm, there's no nothing. You just all go and all having, you know, life is just great. It's the next adventure. And they played like that today. There was the next adventure. Both teams gave it. If Tipperary got a goal at the end, it was no one was going to begrudge them that game, and the penalties, no one was going to begrudge them. But I was just thrilled, for speaking from as a Cork lad and involved here with these bunch of lads. I'm just thrilled for them young fellas. I'm thrilled for the mentors. A lot of them is their first time being involved in the county setup, and that's great too, you know. So that's the next generation of fellas coming through. And, you know, and we're in the business end now, the All-Ireland Championship. We're in the kind of, you know, we're into the quarter-final. Either way, we have a match next week or the week after next against Kerry. They're Kerry a good side, and that'll be a different test, a different game. We played well the last day for 25, 30 minutes and then died a death for a while and then came back again. So we'd like to have another crack off that. But our big thing is that we would try to get to an All-Ireland quarter-final and see what we're like against everybody else. We played them in the challenge matches. We competed very well. So I'd like to see it now in Championship, what that's like, you know.
Yeah, good future for both teams. To sum it up finally, Keith.
Oh yeah, good. Like, you know, if I was a tip man, and I'd probably half a tip man, like being here and giving them so much, I would have been very, you know, as a tip person, I would be very looking forward to the future, looking forward to your 20s this year. Could have been Cork, and probably should have been Cork, and Cork went down and won it by a point. So they'll be adding to them now, lads. So the future is bright for them. And for all lads, you know, people, there's a negative kind of talk about Cork football, but, you know, Cork football is alive and well and kicking, lads. So, and there'll be a good lot of these lads will come through into the future. But the most important thing is that they'll remember this today. They remember the experience of playing up here in hallowed ground, you know. It's fantastic. And, you know, I'm just so happy for them. And I'm looking forward to going back training on Friday night.
Great stuff. Keith, here, the Cork manager here alongside me, Stephen Gleeson. Hope you enjoyed our coverage here on Clubber TV tonight. It is Cork who progress to the Munster final after an epic tussle here tonight with Tipperary. For me, Stephen Gleeson, and all the team here, Slán and Ish, and join us for a game again soon. Bye for now.